Luka rookie or Luka super short print? Judge rookie auto or Judge prospect refractor? Pele or Neymar? It's time for another round of Would You Rather? Let's data dive. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Data Dive powered by Market Movers. My name is Tyler Nethercott, better known as T-Pott, back for another fun episode of Would You Rather, where I present some opportunity cost scenarios, give you my picks and rationale, and then I ask you if you agree or disagree down in the comments. This episode is brought to you by the brand new Market Movers X. My team has been hard at work for many months reimagining every aspect of Market Movers, and I'm sure you're going to love it. We just crossed 1 million cards in our database. Visit marketmoversapp.com to use promo code DIVE for your first 7 days free. Take your collecting to the power of X. Now, let's get into the episode. All right, before we get into it, as always, this is not financial advice. I'm going to share my rationale with you. I'll be wrong about some of these, and frankly, these are not even chosen based on who I think you should be targeting right now. These are simply comparisons meant to be about perspective. If and when you find a player that you want to speculate on or invest in long term, always consider opportunity cost of what else you could be buying. So now let's talk some Luka. So let's jump over here. This is Market Movers X. You've seen it in a few videos now, especially if you watched last week's Data Dive, which Jeff filled in on. And I've pulled up 3 different Luka cards here. 3 different cards right around the same price with 3 very different stories. So the first one here is the 2020 Panini 1-in-1 Downtown. So we've seen Downtown in other sets like Optic. This is the Downtown from 1-in-1, which is a high-end product. It's a product that I think has a lot of long-term staying power because it's only been printed for a few years now and people really love it. It's beautiful cards, awesome photos, and these are kind of the case hits out of that 1-in-1 product. Not a lot of these floating around in circulation. This one in particular, beautiful color match with that kind of platinum blue in the background with the Mavs jersey. You've got Luka going up for one of his signature floaters, it looks like. Then we jump over here, totally different type of card, the 2018 Donruss, so just flagship-based Donruss. Yellow laser to 25, has that kind of gold effect to it. It's super, short printed to 25 in a BGS 9. So PSA 10 versus BGS 9. And then they've got his Purple Wave Prism, which is for sure, obviously, the flagship rookie card. Prism, Purple Wave, not numbered at all in a PSA 10. And all 3 of these cards, roughly the same price range. Having sold relatively recently, I will say that the yellow laser was back at the end of July. So it's a little bit out of the time frame. I was looking for cards typically that sold in the last 30 days or so. This one was a little bit before that. Nevertheless, I think the price comparison still stands here. So how am I looking at this when I walk up to a dealer booth or I'm on eBay and I see these 3 cards laying out? First off, I always take eye appeal into consideration. Which of these cards just pops to me the most? That's going to be the Downtown. Obviously, you're going to have rookie cards commanding a premium in most cases, and that's what, in terms of long-term cards, especially in this era of many different variations and many different cards being created year over year, I'm always going to gravitate toward the rookie cards in terms of the speculation and long-term holds, what we might call an investment. So if I'm just going between the 2 rookie cards, the Purple Wave and the Donruss, while I like the idea of having a super short printed to 25 Luka in the yellow laser here, that card just doesn't stand out enough to me. It's not the laser effect, I do like that, but it's the fact that Donruss is the lower end compared to Optic. It's kind of like a hoops. If I want a premium card, I want it to be one of the iconic rookie cards, one of the premium sets. And so in that case, I'm actually going to take this one out of the mix. Now I'm looking at these other 2. I love the eye appeal of the purple matching with the blue on Luka's jersey with the Mavs. That's kind of his signature fadeaway step back shot that he's doing. It's a great pose, unlike many other rookies who haven't always had awesome photos for their rookie cards. This one is a good shot in my opinion. I actually had one of these Purple Waves of Luka for a little bit. I like the card a lot. It's Prism. That's the set that I think long-term will hold value from this Panini era. However, in this case, I think these downtowns have incredible staying power long term, especially the Panini 1-in-1s. And I think if I'm just going down to it, it's the eye appeal for me. Like, this stands out a lot. And the other thing is this Purple Wave, it's not numbered at all. These are very, very short printed. I mean, it's not super short printed. It's not going to be as low as that 1-in-1, but I'd be surprised, you see Pop 101 on this PSA 10. Maybe there's, I don't know, 500 of these, 1,000 in circulation. There's not a ton of them, but there are a lot of overall Prism parallels from 2018. Even back then, obviously not as many as recently, but that kind of concerns me. It kind of gets lost in the shuffle. I've talked in the past about how I think this Purple Wave should be more expensive than the silver, and some of the other non-numbered ones that are shorter printed than the silver should be more expensive. That's a whole separate debate that I've talked about in the past, but in this case, my pick, I'm gonna go with the Panini 1-in-1, the downtown super short printed PSA 10, Pop 23 right now, and it is a few years old, so I don't expect that Pop to blow up a lot in the years to come. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Are you always going with the rookie card? Or in this case, do you agree with me? And definitely let me know if you would go with the yellow laser and kind of talk me through your rationale. The other thing worth mentioning on that is it's a BGS 9, maybe a Kraken Cross candidate, you never know, but I'm going with the downtown. So that's what I would do in the case of same player, 3 different cards. How do you choose? So let's jump over and take a look at another comparison. Guy who's hot, all the rage right now, everybody's talking about him. Is he gonna hit 62 home runs? Is he even gonna hit 61? Aaron Judge. I've pulled up 4 different cards in this case for Judge, and I'll walk you through them quickly. First up, I'm gonna actually start here with this 2013 Bowman Draft Refractor in a BGS 10 Pristine. Do you care about the BGS 10? Do you care about the black label? Does that mean something to you? That's a polarizing topic. I met a guy at Dallas at the card show last month, or earlier this month, who he's like the BGS 10 collector. Entire briefcase full of BGS 10s. He likes the fact that there's that, I call it artificial scarcity, of that being the most premium grade, or up there. Obviously you have the black label above it, but he sees that as a big opportunity. Next, I'm gonna jump over to the 2013 Bowman Draft Auto. This is his Prospect Auto Refractor. Now, one thing I wanna point out quickly here, you will notice, why doesn't this card say first on it? Why doesn't, if this is his first prospect card, his first prospect auto, where's the little first logo? For some reason, Bowman had a period where they didn't have that first on there, and it was sometime in the 2000s, I think early 2000s, they didn't have it, then they did for many years. 2013, it got skipped. They had it in 2011, 12, 14, 15, every year since then. 2013 is one of the years they didn't have it, so don't let that throw you and get confused. I actually had to look that up and do some digging into that because I was a little bit confused why it was missing that. So that's worth noting. So this is his Prospect Auto Refractor, also in a BGS 9, similar to the last comparisons we looked at. Now jumping over, I've got one of my kind of favorites here. It's this Heritage Real One Auto. You get obviously the blue ink, the red ink are serial numbered, hand serial numbered as part of the signature. Those are more rare, but I like Heritage as a set and I love the Real One Autos. And so this is his Real One Auto in a PSA 9, Pop 14 in a PSA 9. Obviously you're gonna have some PSA 10s and other grades out there. And then last but not least, I've got his 2017 Bowman Chrome Rookie Auto. So this is Bowman Chrome. It's his rookie card, 4 years later. Now if you go back a few weeks, a month or so ago, I did that video on Bowman prospecting and why I don't get into it. Because this all, it confuses me. You've got card after card after card after card year over year. This is a perfect example of all the different kind of comparisons that you can get, not just from a rookie year when a player makes their debut in the league, but many years leading up to that down in the prospects. So how do I make a decision here? Well, right off the bat, I gotta say, for the same prices, I don't personally gravitate toward Bowman as a rookie set. And if you're a big baseball prospector and collector, let me know down in the comments if you think about this differently. But in terms of the rookie cards, Bowman is not where I go to. I go towards Topps Chrome, Heritage with the real ones, which I'll talk about in a minute. I don't go to the Bowman Chrome just because that makes me think prospect card, not rookie card. So I'm gonna take that one off the list. I'll uncheck it here. I'm gonna shift gears here a little bit and say, you know what? if I have the opportunity to get the Prospect Auto versus the Prospect Refractor, even with the grade difference, BGS 9 to BGS 10 Pristine, I'm going with that on-card auto every single time. So I'm gonna uncheck the BGS 10 Pristine. And now I'm down to the Real One Auto and the Prospect Auto Refractor. This is tricky. This is really tricky. I feel like people are gonna gravitate, and any of you who are savvy and do this a lot are gonna say, go with the Prospect Auto Refractor. This is similar grades, PSA 9 and BGS 9. One thing I like to do, I like to buy cards that if I get stuck with it, if that card tanks, I'm at least gonna have some kind of an emotional, nostalgic, artistic connection with the card. And because of that reason, and because you guys know you accuse me of being a Bowman basher, which I'm not, I'm gonna check that one off, and I'm personally going with the Real One autograph. So again, let me know down in the comments what do you think about this, and definitely let me know if that's the last one you would have chosen. But there's something about those Real One autos that I love, the throwback nostalgic feeling, the vintage feel with the modern player, and it's a great shot of Judge just holding his bat. So I'm going with the Real One autograph in this case. Two more comparisons to go, let's jump over to it. All right, little bit different scenario this time. Not just which one card would you choose. Instead, I'm looking at Tom Brady, the GOAT here, and I'm saying, would you rather have one big card, one expensive card, or three cards that total up to roughly the same value? So in this case, what I've done, first and foremost, is I've taken Brady's PSA 8 2000 SP Authentic. These are serial numbered to 1250. You can see it right here on the side. This is a big card. SP Authentic is a set that people, gravitate toward from that era. This one's going for roughly $14,200 at the beginning of September is the last sale on that. In a PSA 8, you start getting 9s and 10s, it's definitely going much, much higher, okay? And then I've got three smaller cards here. The first one that we'll look at is this Prism Stained Glass from 2020. These are the case hits. These are pretty popular, kind of polarizing a little bit. We've talked about stained glass on other episodes as well. I do personally like these. The color really pops in hand. And so that's a case hit from Prism, a set that's very highly sought after. You've got the 2008 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor. Now this is numbered to 199. It's not numbered to 50 like a lot of Topps Chrome. It's definitely not numbered to 10. It's numbered to 199. But it's a PSA 10, pop just 18. Okay, so you get a super short print, ultra modern Prism card. You get a pop 18 from 2008. That 2008 Chrome set, by the way, is one of the more popular Chrome sets. And then I still got a rookie card out of the deal too. Also serial numbered, this one to 1500. This is the 2000 Fleer EX base card. Really, really cool card. In my opinion, looks better than the SP Authentic card in hand. It's that acetate, it's got layers to it, really beautiful card. So what would you do in this situation? Take a minute to think about this. Would you take the big card? Normally we talk about trading up, consolidation, going toward bigger things. People, the big whales are gonna gravitate toward the more important cards. But in this case, with a PSA 8, that's not a bad grade for a 2000 card, and that's not a bad grade for an important Brady rookie card. But in this case, to me, this is a no-brainer. I'm going with the three smaller cards. Versatility, all of them are still Brady. It's gonna be, let's call it easy to move. I can get in and out of one of them more easily. I'm not pot committed. And I think these three cards have a lot of potential for different reasons. They're gonna be different people. This is his practice jersey, from his rookie card. Same thing here, but then you're actually getting him in the Patriots jersey, iconic era. Then you're getting him in the Bucks jersey for anybody who's a Bucks fan who wants to go that route. There's just more variety. It gives you more flexibility. You could keep one for the long term, maybe the rookie card, and move in and out of the others. So in this case, I am definitely going with the three smaller cards. Goodbye, SP Authentic, Brady, hello, three other awesome cards. So let me know again down in the comments what you would do here. All right, final comparison. I went a little bit broader here. I'm moving into soccer. I'm looking at all eras. I'm looking at different types of cards. I'm looking at the GOATs, a lot of great players. And I'm gonna start, let's go oldest to newest here, even though it's not in that order. First up, can't go wrong with a Pele card. 1968 Panini Calciatore. This is a PSA 7. It's a pop 9 in the PSA 7. There's not many higher and higher grades than that. Obviously, any Pele card, in my opinion, worth taking a look at. That's at $1,169 as of September 1st. Let's jump over and let's take a look at the OG Ronaldo, the Ronaldo who didn't look like quite the athlete that the modern Cristiano Ronaldo looks like, but man, he could really play. You could make an argument about him being the better of the two Ronaldos. This is his 1995 Panini Super Calcio, I think is how you would say that, unless it's Italian, but I think that's how you'd say it. This is a sticker. We know stickers are really popular in the soccer world, and this is base PSA 9, Pop 15 and a PSA 9. Jumping over, kind of staying in order, let's go with David Beckham. Even though this is a modern card 2020, Beckham played a little bit earlier years. This is the stained glass, another case hit, PSA 10, Pop 4. Very, very low population on this stained glass Beckham. We can take a look at Messi from 2018, the blue World Cup Prism. Great color match with the Argentina national team kit. Numbered to 199. 2018 Prism World Cup is a very, very popular set. PSA 10, Pop 18. We'll jump over to Neymar here. Kaboom, PSA 10, Pop 16. Everybody loves Kabooms. Brazil, the odds-on favorites to win the World Cup this year. And finally, last but certainly not least, the 2020 Mosaic Euro Gold Fluorescent to 10 of Ronaldo here. Also a really beautiful card. Honestly, most of these I'd feel pretty good about, so I'm just gonna sort of work from reverse. If I'm looking at all these players, sorry, David Beckham, big fan, bend it like Beckham, but I'm taking you out of the list if I'm spending that kind of big money. Next up, even though they're the favorites to win the World Cup, I think Neymar, people have kind of, I don't know, they don't always like Neymar. Neymar's a little bit like Kevin Durant. Neymar's a little bit like Manny Machado. Neymar doesn't always rub everybody the right way. He is a fantastic, phenomenal talent. He's also at PSG with a guy named Messi and a guy named Mbappe. People kind of lose track of him, even when he's the one who scores the goals in a lot of games. I'm getting rid of the Neymar. So that leaves me with 4. Now, I'm gonna go next, and I'm gonna get rid of the Ronaldo, the Cristiano Ronaldo Gold Fluorescent. Why? Because that set, Mosaic, I don't know how much staying power it has long term. I think certain parallels from it are gonna last. This one, I don't know if it really stands out to me enough. It is gold, it's a beautiful card. I'd love to own this card. But if I'm looking at all of these for different reasons, I'm taking that one out. Now, this is where it gets very, very difficult. You can't go wrong with any of these. I'm forced to choose. Somebody says, hey, you've got the money, you gotta pay, you gotta pick one, you got about $1,000, $1,200. What are you gonna do? I think I'm taking the Pele off next. And the reason why is it's not his rookie card. It's several years later. It's not a particularly great looking card. It's just kind of him like caught candidly by a camera. The color is a little bit off-putting to me. It isn't a PSA 7. And I think a lot of Pele stuff has come up already, so I'm gonna take that off. So that leaves me with one of my all-time favorite modern athletes, players, Messi, and Ronaldo from the 90s. I'd wanna see, we could look at price history and see where these cards have been. I like the Messi card a lot, but again, blue to 199. It's not super short printed. It is low population, similar to the Ronaldo. It is a PSA 10. Ronaldo doesn't have a lot of cards. And I've talked about it in other videos. I've talked about it in the past. We talked about it this past Thursday on Cards on the Table with Vintage Soccer. These guys that are not named Pele, Maradona, Messi, Ronaldo, who are all-time greats, top 10, top 15 all-time great soccer players. I'm really interested in their cards because there's not a lot of them, and I see the boom potential being much higher than the stuff that's already boomed. 2018 Prism World Cup, it already has boomed at least once. This is an absolutely beautiful card, but believe it or not, I'm taking the Messi off, and I'm going with the 1995 Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo card in a PSA 9, and feeling really good about it because there's just not a lot to choose from Ronaldo. So again, if you know soccer, and if you have opinions on this, I'm thinking about this maybe for the long term, let's say at least 2 to 3 years from now, not a quick flip for the World Cup. Which of these cards would you have chosen? Again, let me know down in the comments. That does it for this week's video. Let me know, again, which of these 4 scenarios stood out to you the most. Do you do this? Do you use market movers to make these comparisons? It is not hard. If you find a card that you like, you go into price movements, you can use our new advanced filtering on card charts, sort by price, figure out which other options you have and what you might be going after. I'm really curious to hear what you all say. And if you enjoyed this video, throw me a thumbs up down below, hit that subscribe button, and tap the little bell icon. And until next time, happy investing.